As we near the end of the 2001 Cosequin Winter Equestrian Festival, the cream is rising to the top. You have witnessed Jeffrey Wells winning the Kilkenny International Cup aboard the 9-year-old Holsteiner Riviera. Mark Leone captured the Ford Idolize Classic with Pincata de Langres, the 9-year-old Belgian-bred gelding. And last week, Eric Lamaze of Canada rose to the occasion during the Zeta Enterprises Master Cup on Husker Du, a 12-year-old Dutch warm blood. For men and women alike, Grand Prix show jumping takes endurance, skill, and courage. For those who believe, the element of luck must be on your side. What is to come? Who will achieve today's top honors? Margie Goldstein-Ingle is sitting in position 1 for the AGA Rider of the Year standings, with Laura Kraut close on her heels. Jeffrey Wells' horse Riviera is in first place for the AGA Horse of the Year, with Laura Kraut's Mount Liberty right on his hooves. This is the biggest horse show worldwide, boasting the best horse and rider combinations on earth. Who today has the will to win? Fox Sports Net welcomes you to Wellington, Florida, just west of the legendary Palm Beaches, for the excitement of the $75,000 Tommy Bahama Florida Open. Brought to you by Cosequin, by FedEx, by Ford, and by BET. It's blustery and temperatures are soaring here at the Palm Beach Polo Equestrian Club. A welcome on Fox Sports Net to the only three gentlemen without a flowered shirt on today for the Tommy Bahama Open. Frank Chapeau, of course, along with Tim Grubb. I'm Paul Kennedy. Frank, we have 75 in our order of go. It's one of the largest fields ever down here at the Winter Equestrian Festival, and in each of the last 3 weeks, we've seen different champions. So you have the caliber of the field and a very big field today.
Yes, we have a big field, and let's hope the footing holds up for all these horses. It doesn't change between horses. The weather, we hope the weather doesn't change. We hope we don't get a rain shower this afternoon. That could change things, but if it stays like it is right now, it should be equal for everybody.
Tim has ridden courses around the world designed by the German Olaf Peterson. He is from Munich. Olaf and the courses that he builds, Tim, typically, are they technical, are they large? What are the riders facing?
Well, all of the above. He's probably one of the most renowned course designers in the world. He can build a course which will look fairly simple, and it's absolutely not. Judging by the size of some of these obstacles today, it's going to be quite large. The worst thing I find is it's very windy today, and I've always found it quite hard to ride in the wind. So when the wind's behind you, it's very quiet, and when you're going into the wind, you feel like you're going faster than you actually are. So that'll be quite difficult today, I think.
Tim, Frank, our riders today are building points toward the AGA Championships, which sit on the horizon. How will that play into this?
Well, it's $300,000 in the finals, so everybody sure wants to qualify for it.
Mark Leone has won here on Fox Sports Net here at the Winter Equestrian Festival, as has Jeffrey Wells, and a week ago, Eric Lamaze. And we enjoyed the services of Mark. He is at the end gate. He'll be describing the course, talking to the riders. Once again, here's Mark Leone.
Well, I think we've got a tough test today with Olaf Peterson's course. Not a lot of related distances, a lot of single efforts. There's a couple of trouble spots that I see. First of all, the water jump, which is quite wide to a red and white combination. The vertical is quite tall and delicate. I think that's going to be a very difficult question. The triple combination today is late, 12 ABC, Oxer, vertical, vertical. Very short distance, very difficult. I think probably one of the other biggest factors today is this windy weather. I think a good course today, though, and you're going to have to be on form to tackle it.
All right, Mark, thanks. We look forward to you on course and to finding a flowered shirt for Frank Chapeau and Tim Grubb. Our first horse and rider on course from Wellington after this on Fox Sports Net. Debbie Dolan-Sweeney returns to Grand Prix show jumping. She is first on course today at the $75,000 Tommy Bahama Florida Open. Our course designer today, Olaf Peterson from Munich, Germany. And here's Olaf on his design.
You see, combinations are always key points of a course. And my first combination, the first double, is after the water jump. This is very difficult for the riders because they have to speed up for the water jump and then get control over the horse again, and in a left turn go to the first combination, vertical oxer. That is at the beginning of the course, and at the end of the course we will have 30 numbers, which is quite a long course. At the end of the course, at number 12, we have a combination, a triple combination, oxer, vertical, vertical, which does not test scope too much, but riding ability of the rider. So the distance between the fences, what the riders do there, that is the question.
All right, Olaf. 13 numbered fences, 16 jumping efforts in all, and the time allowed today, 92 seconds. It remains to be seen if that is generous or conservative, for there is a lot of ground to cover. So regardless of faults or not, the 8 best scores will return for our jump off today. So every combination stays in the hunt, at least must pay attention until the original order of go is through. Looks sound so far. Now down the triple combination. The front end falls, 4 faults, and the back end 2, 8 in all on a blustery day.
Yeah, well, I think we've just seen the meat and potatoes of this course. Triple combination right at the end and a big oxer to finish. That was a pity, really, because she was working on a very good round there. And
12 faults in all for Debbie Dolan-Sweeney, returning on Itziwini. One of the world's great horsewomen, Leslie Howard, aboard Cloverleaf, the Irish-bred mare.
Today I'm riding Cloverleaf. I've shown him twice before in 2 Grand Prix here this year. He's placed both times. He's a great competitor, a little Irish horse. I think he won 3 Grand Prix last year. So if it doesn't rain too much, we'll hopefully have a good day. But he is Irish, so that rain might help us.
We'll see today too, Tim. Leslie has a knee brace on her right leg. She took a tumble not too long ago. Of course, Leslie, a former Olympic gold medalist and silver medalist, and carrying the 4.
yeah, but nothing's going to keep Leslie out of this competition. I mean, I saw her win a Grand Prix in Harrisburg a number of years ago with a broken collarbone. I mean, they don't come any tougher than Leslie. They just, there isn't an option. She's going to ride today, and that's it.
Yeah, this is a horse that can jump this kind of course for pastime, but we don't know what he's going to bring to the party any day. He can jump clean or he can have 12.
4 faults for a knockdown, 3 for your first refusal, 6 on your second. Disqualification results from the 3rd refusal.
See, Leslie just did something real smart. She came inside the blue jump to save time,
Well,
and she rubbed the Tommy Bahama but got away with it. I mean,
She's only got 4. She could
Yeah.
make the time. She could be part of the designated jump off.
this is the teeth right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, combination again.
And the front end falls the second time in as many riders. 8 faults, well within the time allowed, quickly around the course in just 85 seconds. So score the 8 for Leslie Burr-Howard aboard Cloverleaf. From Fort Lauderdale, Florida's own Jimmy Toronto, or the 10-year-old bay gelding Candino. This is a Holsteiner for the Floridian in Toronto.
Today I'm riding a horse named Candino. He's a 9-year-old gelding. He's a Holsteiner. I've done very little with him this winter. I just bringing him back actually off an injury. So this is really only his 2nd big class this whole winter.
I mean, this will be a good test for him.
Bounce on the butterfly, it stayed up.
But Jimmy's an experienced competitor. He'll try and hold his hand and lead him around this course. He got a little bit strong after the water there. This is a hard jump right here.
Yeah.
And he made a real good effort jumping in there.
And this next one is about 5'3", straight up and down.
Jimmy 9th here 2 weeks ago, just gearing up aboard the very young 8-year-old Candino.
He didn't actually jump that vertical the best. I mean,
No.
he jumped it, but it's sort of a shallow
Now,
jump.
going away from the gate could be a problem for him.
And then that oxer sits right in front of the end gate.
He needs to come inside here, otherwise he's got a time fault, I think. But it'd be a pity. This is a very, very hard jump. We talked about the colours with Olaf. It's a very plain jump. I thought that would come down. I think it will come down a lot today. Here's the teeth.
First time the front end stays up, get up. All 3.
Come on, Jimmy, bring it home.
Still has a time remaining, and he's done well. Jimmy Toronto, our first clear the Floridian against the blustery Florida coast. Rides in the Sunshine State and rides well. Jimmy Toronto and Candino clear here at Wellington. More Grand Prix show jumping just ahead on Fox Sports Net. Grand Prix show jumping from Wellington continues now on Fox Sports Net. The defending champion from our Zeta Enterprises Master Cup, Canada's Eric Lamaze and Mill Creek Raphael Hadavarian. Yeah, what I hear from both of you, Frank Chapeau and Tim Grubb, that he's a horseman's horseman. Respected for what he can do in the side.
He's a thinker, you know. I mean, a lot of people think this is luck, but you've really got to plan it and make sure you get everything everything correct with each horse, that you can produce each horse differently. No horse is the same. And then you just hope the planets are in alignment for your day.
He took this horse into the jump off, Raphael. This
Big
is not
rub
the horse
there.
he won
Big
Zeta
rub.
with, but got him in with the
Oh,
refusal.
nearly a
and,
mistake.
our third clear. He is in. He looks back over his shoulder to the clock. He is well within the time allowed. Our third clear early. Eric Lamage.
He can do nothing wrong.
So far, our scoring as we hunt toward 8. Jimmy Toronto and Candino clear. Meredith Michaels Beerbaum aboard Concerto clear, as is Mill Creek Raphael, ridden by Eric Lamaze, with 3 4-falters. Kimberly Fry, Donald Cheska, and Joe Farges. BC Madden riding Innocence. Saw them in our jump off last week when she returned to the AGAC. Horse she calls her Flying Dutchman.
I'm on a horse called Innocence today, and I've had him for about 6 years. He's 11 years old. It's his second Grand Prix of the circuit. He was 5th in last week's Grand Prix, and I think he's pretty much on form, and I hope he'll do well.
They captured the Grand Prix of Del Mar when BZ went out west last summer and conquered the best of the West.
She also won the Grand Prix of Rotterdam with this horse, which is a big achievement. In actually terrible conditions that day.
And you mentioned terrible conditions. We keep peeking to the west, expecting to see rain clouds, but so far Mother Nature's been very kind.
So far we're all right.
Yeah.
What she really would like to do is be in great shape as she carries 4 now for the World Cup class, which is a week away here in Florida.
I can promise you the competitors of the clear are probably doing a rain dance right now.
Yeah.
Hoping that they don't get any more clears.
It opens up.
She went inside that jump.
Well, she had
Wrapped up behind.
And carrying the 8 now.
but she's going to be quite fast.
She is 8 faults. Innocence, a champion before and certainly a champion once again with an AGA Rider of the Year. And BZ Madden aboard today. Pencana de Long Prix. This horse, as ridden by Mark Leon, champions of the Fort Idle Classic. Mark's first win 3 weeks ago since 1997. He was the victor in Pittsburgh. So it's been a wonderful winter in Florida sunshine for Mark. Leaves our commentary booth to hop aboard and ride here. Toward the water. And in the water.
Yep, he's in the water.
I think our water jump judge was a little harsh on him there. Did you not think he pushed back on the tape a little bit?
It looked to me, but you know, it's a tough call.
Yeah, it's a split-second call.
You know, if the ankle hits it, it's not a fall. Has to be the shoe, the foot.
It looked like to me just when he landed, he pushed back and then pushed back onto the tape. But you've got to be standing right on top of it. We can't tell from here.
One of the characters, familiar faces on this circuit. Adolphe McGovero is quick with the flag. He's always posted by the water.
He was quick with his horses too.
Could ride.
Oh, could ride.
He's a pilot as well in the service. And a member of the Show Jumping Hall of Fame. Now down the triple. Here we go, Mark. Mark Leon with 1 fault. Watch the time. He's getting around here pretty good. He could be the fastest of our 4 faulters. They post the score, and 85.114 will be the fastest 4-fault effort today by Mark Leon. He is going to school on everybody else. Not every horse and rider makes it around this course. Not everyone elects to. Sometimes the jumps are just too high, and sometimes, well, other problems fall. Helen McNaughton, Laser Good Concept, pulled up, voluntarily withdrawing. This was almost unbelievable. McLean Ward's saddle broke right in the middle of his round. Great champion, the AGA Rider of the Year, headed back to the paddock, a picture of frustration. Chris Kapler and Rafiki has won a blue ribbon before, not this day. Kimberly Fry and Bergerac pulling up as well, withdrawing. Leonson, as ridden by Germany's Marcus Beerbaum, had had enough midway through our field in our order of go. 3 other voluntary withdrawals included Grand Point, ridden by Sheila Burke, Robin Swilly aboard Latinas, and from Saudi Arabia, Lulu, ridden by Kamal Bahamadan. More Grand Prix show jumping just ahead on Fox Sports Net. You cannot remain unmoved by the gentleness and conformation of a well-bred and well-trained horse. More than 1,000 pounds of big-boned, well-muscled animal, slick of coat and sweet of smell. obedient, and mannerly.
I like a horse to be extremely careful.
Doesn't like to touch the fences.
Moves well and jumps well.
They have to be scopy, which means they can jump a wide jump.
An intuitiveness that tells you this horse is an athlete.
You need horses that are winners, that they have a lot of heart.
Horses are either winners or they're not winners.
Wanting to do their job well and wanting to win.
And then I think he has to have a good mind.
Their frame of mind is a key.
It takes years of sacrifice and devotion for horse trainers to reach desired results. The Grand Prix is the ultimate level of show jumping. The average age of a Grand Prix horse is but 10.
In the course of the year, I look at a lot of horses.
So I'm like a talent scout.
I look for a horse that has a nice rhythm and that is balanced across the ground.
I would go for quality over power.
I look for a horse that already has been a winner.
The good horses have to have all, they can't have half of it.
It's not always the best jumper, which is what some people are tricked by.
Really, it's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Show jumping takes the right combination of horse and rider. Is it learned, athletic instinct, or just a magical combination that evolves through constant communication?
It's very much like pairs skating.
I look at the personality of the rider and the personality of the horse first.
You look for a good marriage.
I don't go with a customer in mind and try to fit a horse to the customer.
It's not a sure thing just because you buy a good horse and put a good rider on it.
I kind of liken it to winning the lottery.
It takes a very lucky combination.
But if you don't buy the initial quality of the animal, it doesn't matter if you have Rodney Jenkins or Ann Krasinski or Mark, it doesn't matter who. That horse will never be good enough.
This is a wonderful horse, Riviera, and Jeffrey Wells. For 20 years he's been posting blue ribbons, and now he sets up. Become the first clear combination in a long while here on this course.
Well, don't jinx him. Little big rub in the middle. And coming out.
One to go. You got time. Be patient. And there you go. It's been a great winner again for Riviera and Jeffrey Wells.
You know, to win Grand Prix and be consistent all the time, it has to be a partnership. And I think Jeffrey's he's developed a partnership with that particular horse. He's going to be a pain in the rear end for a while to come for a lot of people.
Our reigning champion, Katie Monahan Prudhomme. This is her horse Landado, the Oldenburg.
Landado is my favorite horse in the world. I have ridden him since he was 7 and he's 10 now. And he really is such a great horse. He's little, but he thinks that there's nothing he can't do. And he is really super fast. So if I make the jump off, I have a great shot to win.
Well, she's won a number of classics, Katie. You know, it's nice to see Katie. You know, she has the Haas family now. Elise is off in college, I believe, in California. And Katie has a really nice string again. And look for her to be very successful.
And Katie's a master at is making these horses, and the Haases are lucky to have Katie
producing
horses for the daughter.
Remarkable horsewoman, professional athlete, trainer, and the 3-time AGA Rider of the Year.
And would like to defend her title today, I believe.
Not aboard Belladonna. She was the AGA Rider of the Year 20 years ago.
So Katie will take the win on, doesn't matter what horse's name it is.
Look at this. She flies around the course. We have 8 clear now. You'll have to ride perfectly well today to make our jump off here on Olaf's course. Katie Monahan Prudhomme. Clear and in our jump off aboard Landado. Margie Goldstein Ingle in her red polo shirt aboard Hidden Creek's Laurel.
And today I'm going on Hidden Creek's Laurel, who is probably one of my nicest horses. She's coming back from an injury, off for a couple of years, and she went beautifully on Thursday and really jumped nice. I just went for an easy clear round, and hopefully she'll be great today.
This is one of the horses she's had a huge success and was offered tons of money, like $2.5–3 million after won the Grand Prix of Rome a couple of years ago.
The fastest of our 4 folders, our own Mark. What did you find out there, Mark?
Well, I'll tell you, it takes two athletes, and I'll tell you, I let my big guy down today. He was on form. He jumped beautifully. I just flubbed the distance of the water. Just didn't have enough pace, a good distance there. He tried. I tell you, I was just so pleased with him today, and he handled everything great. I'm really happy for the horse.
All right, Mark.
Thanks.
And still clear for Margie. With the triple combination that has ambushed so many riders in our field today. Iraq.
Whoa.
One more time and stayed up. All three still up. One more to go for Margie. And
Margie's out there.
she's in the jump off. Whoa, what a ride down that final line.
Terrific. Absolutely terrific.
Margie Goldstein Engel and Hidden Creek's Laurel in the hunt for our championship.
I think Margie thinks she lost a shoe at the water.
Yes, it appears to be a shoe back at the water. One of the men carrying there, yes.
Has he got the shoe?
Or the farrier's going to have to. Yeah, it looks in his right hand there, Tim.
Doesn't look like a shoe.
No, it's the inside. It's the packing for concussion when they land.
More show jumping on Fox Sports Net after a word from our sponsors. We're back with show jumping on Fox Sports Net. Peter Leon, Olympic silver medalist in Atlanta. Here aboard his Olympic horse, 5 years past, Legato. One final action and clear. So we will have a Leon in our jump off. Peter Leon and Legato will be in our jump off. 15 combinations in all, and still riders to follow on Fox Sports Net. Here's Todd Minikis and O-Star. Margie Goldstein Engel riding the horse through. Margie, you looked, we thought at one time like you had lost a shoe. What happened there? You still went clear.
Well, Laurel's got very sensitive feet, and we had some hoof packing in there, some like rubber soles that as pads because the footing's a little hard. So when I started jumping around, she grabbed her front foot, and when I landed off the water, and it grabbed the pad out, and that's what I saw fly out, but I wasn't sure if it was her shoe or if it was just the pad.
Basically, she jumped right out of her sneakers.
Yep, jumped right out of her sneakers there.
Margie, we'll see you in the jump off.
Thank you.
All right, Todd Minikis gets toward the combination with one of the sailboats over, and he jumps it. Not helped him.
Basically,
It helped him.
I mean, I don't quite know what they'll do about that.
I don't think they'll do anything.
Leave it.
Yeah.
It was inadvertent, and now the temperature is beginning to drop. The weather is changing and starting to roll across the showgrounds here at Wellington. It has arrived. We've been anticipating the rain coming, and it's on the verge of unloading on us here.
I just hope nothing else blows down for Todd, because this is a real dangerous situation.
O-Star
There's nothing
is
you
the
can
horse.
do about it. I mean, he's going to try and get home as quick as he can.
You can
But
hear
there's
across-
nothing worse than when you canter into a jump and you get about a stride away and the thing blows over. I mean, nothing good happens from that.
This is a great champion in Minikis, but the conditions are pretty adversarial. Once, twice, one more. And can I get through it? Well within the budgeted time allowed, and Todd Minikis against Mother Nature and against the course. Todd Minikis in the jump off aboard O-Star. Mark this down. He could win this $75,000 Tommy Bahama Florida Open.
Oh, he could win it without question. I mean, he's going to be a real danger. He's a very fast rider.
Tim Grubb may have said it best that Olaf Peterson not only designs large courses, but they're technically demanding. Technical demands today prove too much for young horse and rider combinations like Marley Goodman with 11 on Dega 5. Lisa Jaquin, Don Marino finished with 12 within the time allowed. A couple of knockdowns and the water. Gabriela Sally coming down from Colombia. Her score today, 8 faults. Faults came late. The 2 rails on Sandstone, Palata, Da Gama. Shadwell, with Harold chopping in the irons, finished with a score of 12 faults. The surprising score as well for the Olympic horse, Gazzetto, was ridden in Atlanta and in the Sydney Olympics by Belgium's Eric Fleming. Other double-digit scores, the Bay Mare Altesta Ball, 20 for Laura Bowery. 20 as well for T-Rex, with Juliana Starbuck in the irons. This was rugged today. Even the best found problems out on the course. 8 faults for Anthem, as ridden by Laura Kraut and Candace Sloan King aboard Odessa's Arturo elegantly named on Olaf Peterson's layout. The jump off for the $75,000 Tommy Bahama Florida Open in a very large class of Jimmy Turano and Candino first to go clear, followed by Meredith Michaels Beerbaum not once but twice, and Eric Lamaze, who is in here twice. Jeffrey Wells on Riviera seeks his second championship of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Van Hollen, the Holland's Tony Ziedler in the irons, Sheila Burke and Jameson. Latador ridden by Francie Steinwedel Carvin from the West Coast. Katie Monahan Prudhomme look to defend her crown today and will. On Landato, Eric Lamaze back again on Rosina. Allison Firestone with 2 opportunities to win here in Wellington. Royal Discovery and Casanova, followed by Margie Goldstein Ingle. Remarkable, still at the pinnacle of the sport. Laura will be her mount. Ellen McNatt on Lasergood Colino. Legato ridden by Peter Leon. And finally, O-Star with Todd Minikis in the saddle. Who will win the $75,000 Tommy Bahama Florida Open? Our jump off just ahead on Fox Sports Net. Eric Lamaze and Rosina will lead off our jump off. 8 jumping efforts required, and the time allowed 55 seconds. And I mean, it's just hard for the crew to keep the jumps up. That's how strong the wind is gusting, a better than 30 miles per hour. For Lamaze. See the clock, your screen. And Lamaze. Over 8, 1 remaining. The 17th and final fence. And a double clear for Eric Lamaze. The time counted 41.339. Our first double clear of the day. Allison Firestone now will challenge Eric Lamaze's time of 41.339. Royal Discovery, the first of 2 horses that she'll bring in the show ring for the jump off. And she's against the clock.
I think he did.
Mark Leon is with us now from a rider's perspective down there as the rail comes down. How daunting, intimidating are these conditions, Mark?
Well, everybody's panicking a little bit about the conditions, but all these riders are going for the money, and I think you got to kind of put that out of your sights and look to slap some leather, like Tim likes to say here. Eric Lamaze set a good standard here. I think that might get beat on his time, but you know, clear is critical.
He hasn't touched a rail in 2 weeks. Eric Lamaze, been terrific for him. 1 final fence remaining. Will mark the time for Allison Firestone and Royal Discovery. And 46.407 will be her time with 4 faults for Royal Discovery and Allison Firestone. Now Francie Steinwedel aboard Latador. Here, she was saying that this horse is new to Still Green Grand Prix competition, but Francie is not.
Good gallop at number 1. Really quick around the wheel. She really won't know how fast to go with this horse because she probably hasn't been in many Grand Prix jump-offs with it being a new horse.
No.
Being very careful there.
It's its first big Grand Prix, she said. Might be its first big win.
I think Mark was right that Eric left the door open for somebody to catch him.
Okay, his time again, 41.339. California's Francie Steinwedel Carvin. And rails down. And another for her, so she falls out of the running now. And that time, 41.339 is the time that she needs to beat, and she would have been on pace had she been able to jump clear. 41.89 for her, but currently in 3rd place with 8 faults. And Latador. Early on course today, a Meredith Michaels Beerbaum went clear on Concetto. It's the 4th combination to go. Today the 2nd clear, so they are back. The wind can just stay down, Tim.
Well, I think Eric may have left a little bit of room in his jump off, but they're going to have to. She's going inside the wheel. This will be a big kick to this oxer. Eric did the same thing.
All right, clear. Got to do
Just
so.
managed to jump it.
41.399. Another real strong gust of wind right into her face, right off her bow here.
Nah,
She's
gallop,
through the air
Meredith,
now.
gallop.
She's hanging up in the air a little bit too much, I think, to make the time.
You know, if I'd have been Eric when I went first in those conditions, I would be pretty happy.
Yep.
Across our
Okay,
microphone.
now she picks up a good gallop.
Clear across the show ring.
That was quick, very quick. Now if she chances the last.
One final fence. Again, 41.339 the time. Watch the clock. Does she beat that time? And no. She's currently in second, a double clear, but 41.632 will take it out to the thousandth of a second here, but a double clear to place her in second at the moment. Laser Goot Kalino into the jump off. 8 fences in all for Helen McKnight of Austria.
I think she could have done that a bit faster. She didn't really get on it when she landed.
Not at all.
Only got 41
I
seconds.
think going around, but you got to run around, not just
fast.
1 second is posted by Eric Lamaze in his 2 shots in this jump off. That's the standard.
This is quite slow. I think she's just trying to be careful and clean.
I think she's trying to get a check.
Yep.
With the 16, there's going to be several people who jump 2 clear rounds who don't. Oh, she just got no.
Cleared it out. And now the best fourfold effort was Lamaze at 42.877 on Raphael.
So that strategy went out of the window.
And now she's 5th, 45.71. Who would know Peter Leon better than his brother Mark? Can you ride this with us, Mark? And this horse in Legato.
Well, Pete knows this horse pretty well. We just had talked a moment in the warm-up area about places to try to be neat. He's definitely going to go inside to number 2. I think that's the first thing that we're going to look for if he can pull that off, which shouldn't be a problem. He's got to be a little careful at that red vertical coming into the double. So got to just stay a little bit focused here. Inside, this horse cuts good to the right. Okay, that's behind him. Now he opens him up, and now he's got to just set him up a little bit here. Whoa, it's all vertical, and he got a little flat, too flat in there, you know, kind of hunted in there. I don't think he really, well, just didn't elevate high enough, and now it's off to the races. Hopefully he can bring it home with just 1 down. No, it's lost.
8 folds, so this moves him into 7th place now, as we've had 8 rides. We're at the $75,000 Tommy Bahama Florida Open, midway through our jump off. Who takes home the trophy today from blustery Wellington? We'll be back with more action on Fox Sports Net right after this. Welcome again to Fox Sports Net. Jimmy Turano opened the day aboard Candino. 8 faults for Jimmy Turano, 42.629, one of our 3 8-fault performances today. One of the great speed riders, sport of show jumping, certainly in the United States. Here's Todd Menikis and O-Star. How fast is too fast?
This guy tries to win everything by 5 seconds, and you know,
a tenth wins you the class.
Yeah.
41.339. If you beat that score, double clear by Eric Lamaze, you win this. A rail falls, you don't.
I would say he's getting him by about a second and a half right now. So that's plenty, Todd. You don't need to do anything too brilliant. And he stumbled there.
Yeah, and down it came.
Killed him.
Yeah.
That plays into going too fast?
I don't think so. I think the stumble.
Yeah, I don't think that was anything to do with it.
This horse, this rider, the best United States performance at the World Cup in Vegas in the spring. Look at that. Certainly faster than everybody. The only score under 40, the only time under 40, 39.90. So the fastest of the 4 folders vaults Todd Menikis into 4th place.
Yeah, I don't think he could have ridden that any better. I mean, he didn't go crazy. I think he was unlucky when he stumbled making that turn.
Yeah, I think he would have got him. He would have got him nearly by a second and 4 tenths.
Yeah.
I was a tenth off in a second and a half. That was unlucky.
Our 11th combination on course, Jeffrey Wells returns aboard Riviera. They were champions here when we began our season on Fox Sports Net of the Winter Equestrian Festival. Can he repeat?
He just gave him a little bit of peek at that turn. I'm not sure that he's going to go inside because he went around in his warm-up right there. He looks like he might just gallop around.
Well, he's a very big stride, and Jeffrey's so smooth. I think he should go around. I mean, we just talked about Todd, but Jeffrey is a very, very fast rider. Very.
And that's what he did, or he went around.
Now this horse is only 9 years old, but
Careful.
very careful horse.
Doesn't like to hit the jumps. Oh.
Won the Kilkenny.
I think he's all right. He's all right.
He's got 3 to go. Actually 4, here's one of them. For Jeffrey Wells, trying to become the first rider at the Winter Equestrian Festival to win twice.
A little bit of a stumble when he landed there, and it took him a minute to recover. I think he has him.
Yeah, I think
One
so,
remaining, 41.339.
A little wide there. If he jumps it, he's got him.
Watch the clock, 41.339, and posted. Yes, Jeffrey Wells on Riviera in the lead. Double clear, the fastest time, and on the verge of winning his second championship at the Cosequin Winter Equestrian Festival. 4 double clears right now. Leaderboard, Jeffrey Wells and Riviera, followed by Eric Lamaze in second place for Zeno. Meredith Michaels Bahama, double clear on Concerto. Casanova is ridden by Allison Firestone. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Margie Goldstein Ingle, as we know, I mean, she's almost comfortable in the pressure of a jump off.
Well, she likes it. This is the place she wanted to be. You know, Margie is a competitor. No place she'd rather be than right now, right here.
Hidden Creek's Laurel, the mare. In.
Now she'll be quick.
6-time AGA Rider of the Year. Says
She's
this
very
horse
close to Jeffrey. She's quicker around that
Yeah,
turn.
much quicker around that
keep
turn.
driving through the
And
turn.
she's quicker here.
Oh, I hope there's something there when she gets there.
And
Great,
over.
great
One
effort.
remaining.
This is really fast.
One remaining, 40.953. She must beat that time. Look in your screen.
Oh, yeah.
She does. A double clear for Margie. And the princess of her stable, the big pat from the champion, Hidden Creek's Laurel, Margie Goldstein Ingle, beats the time at 39.756.
And the crowd loves Margie. They're going wild down here.
That's our 5th double clear today and the fastest time posted. Here's Tanny Ziedler and the Dutch-bred Van Hollen. She's not been in a jump off in the Grand Prix level before on this horse.
She didn't have a...
Down it comes.
Tanny didn't know where she was going after the first fence.
No. She was leaning left and wanted to go right.
And then the horse went left.
Nearly came out of the irons off the saddle in the very first jump.
That would have been embarrassing. Well, it looks like she's got it back together a little bit now.
At least she had a clear round of the Grand Prix anyway.
Dutch-bred Van Hollen. Remaining carrying now the 8 faults. We've had 3 8-fold efforts, and this will be a 12. So the jump off, not with quite the finish that she would have hoped for, but a good showing today to go clear. Original field on Van Hollen. Meredith Michaels Beerbaum back for a second time here on Stella.
See that horse drifting to the right.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm looking at the electronic eyes, and to the last fence, if you come straight to it, the electronic eye on the right side is a lot closer if you turn right after the last jump.
You're talking about hundredths of a second that matter.
Well, we need a hundredth of a second. That's all we need.
Yeah.
I think if she knows that, she'll go direct to the brown fence, let the natural drift to the right, and she'll be on top of the timer. And it's not fast enough.
No.
She rode double clear on Concerto.
But that's the idea.
Not by much. This will put her in second place at 40.89. That's better than Jeffrey Wells and Riviera. Katie Monahan Prudhomme. Landado. The horse that got Frank Chapeau's eye and that of Tim Grubb in this week leading up to the Florida Open.
She had an extra one there. She didn't need that, no.
It cost her.
Yeah.
I still think it's faster, almost faster to go around and less risky.
Yeah.
She won last year on Belladonna.
Not meant to be today.
No, I think she's just playing it safe now.
The best 4-fold effort, Todd Minnick, is 39.906, and that's blistering.
Well, she's pretty fast.
Katie just gave him a riding lesson.
And 38.57. Really, it was a riding lesson here. That was the fastest effort of our 4 falters and the fastest effort in our jump off. Our final rider. On course, the standard to beat, of course, the double clear by Margie, 39.756.
Oh, changed her mind. That cost her. She's a quick rider, Sheila, but I don't know whether that was just smooth enough. No.
And she pulls, and Margie Goldstein-Engle is going to win. Margie Goldstein-Engle will capture the Tommy Bahama Florida Open as Sheila Burt completes the course. Margie Goldstein-Engle has ridden to the blue ribbon and the championship of the $75,000 Tommy Bahama Florida Open. 6 of our 16 in the jump off rode double clear, but none faster than Margie's 39.756. Margie Goldstein-Engle, her 86th AGA title for Hidden Creek's Laurel, followed by Meredith Michaels-Beerbaum and Jeffrey Wells. What a shootout today in very windy West Palm Beach. The blue ribbon for Margie Goldstein-Engle. A wonderful moment and so familiar to Margie, the 6-time Rider of the Year, and her bright smile. Hidden Creek's Laurel, a princess of her stable and a medical marvel, a comeback story. Margie Goldstein-Engle once again to accept the championship trophy. The Tommy Bahama trophy is presented by Tony and Carlene Margolis, along with their daughter Caitlin, here too. Our sponsors will talk to the winner after this on Fox Sports Net. Equestrian Festival, and so too now has Margie. Let's join him at the end gate.
Right, Paul, I'm here with Margie. Congratulations, Margie, with Laurel today.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Well, it was a fast jump off. You went late. I know the wind was a factor. You know, what was going on in your mind there, and kind of give us an idea what you were thinking?
Well, I figured with so many in the jump off, I didn't expect that many. I figured I may as well give it a shot. She's been great for the past couple weeks. I went slowly with her on Thursday, and I figured it's time to kind of let her take a shot at the jump off. Start off, she had a great gallop to the first jump, and she came around to the second jump beautifully. She came forward right through the turn. I slipped a little bit, and then I wanted to balance because that was a careful jump coming in, and she galloped across to this vertical really nice. I didn't count, I'm not sure what I did there. And then she turned back to this, and I saw the long one, and I didn't really get her balance as much as I had liked to have, but she really gave a great effort there. And this, she's not used to me going that fast, and I had to really kick her up to it so I could get there in balance, and I figured after taking a shot that many times, I better slow up a little at the last jump, and she was great. She's just such a trier and a lovely mare to ride.
Well, she's one of America's finest, and I know that's a great win for you today. And now will you show her again here in West Palm, or you wait for Tampa?
No, she's done until Tampa, and I'm thinking about maybe doing her in the AGA championships, but she'll be finished now for a couple weeks and get a little bit of a break.
Well, congratulations, and you're back on top again with Laurel.
Thank you very much. She feels super.
Back to you, Paul.
All right, Mark, Margie, congratulations. This is the second ceremony taking place, and this trophy is the Cappy Kaplan Perpetual Memorial Trophy, one of the more popular and admired farriers here who passed a few years ago. Cappy Kaplan, a friend to horsemen and horsewomen at Wellington, honored by his friends and family with the Kaplan Perpetual Memorial Trophy.